Chapter 1. Teacher. One day, the parents chose the best teacher for their son. In the morning, the grandfather took his grandson to school. When the grandfather and grandson entered the courtyard, they were surrounded by children. "What a funny old man," laughed one boy. "Hey, little fatso," snarled another. The children shouted and skipped around the grandfather and grandson. Then the teacher rang the bell, announcing the start of the lesson, and the children ran away. The grandfather resolutely took his grandson by the hand and went outside. "Yay, I'm not going to school," the boy rejoiced. "You will, but not this one," the grandfather angrily replied. "I'll find you a school myself." The grandfather took his grandson to his house, entrusted him to his grandmother's care, and went to find a better teacher. Seeing a school, the grandfather would enter the courtyard and wait until the teacher let the children go. On break. In some schools, the children paid no attention to the old man. In others, they teased him. The grandfather silently turned around and left. Finally, he entered a tiny courtyard of a small school and tiredly leaned against the fence. The bell rang, and the children poured into the yard. "Grandpa, are you feeling bad? Can I bring you some water?" A voice sounded. "We have a bench in the courtyard. Please sit down," offered one boy. "Do you want me to call the teacher?" asked another child. Soon a young teacher appeared in the courtyard. The grandfather greeted him and said, "Finally, I've found the best school for my grandson." "You're wrong, grandfather. Our school is not the best. It's small and cramped." The old man did not argue. He negotiated everything with the teacher and left. In the evening, the boy's mother asked the grandfather, "Father, you're illiterate. Why do you think you found the best teacher?" "Teachers are known by their students," the grandfather replied. Chapter 2. Ascent. As time goes on, you realize that you have been walking in circles. The same situations, the same meetings. Conversations about nothing, lies, fake smiles, with the standard question, "How are you? How's life?" And then you realize that all this time you have been walking around the mountain, and now you are ready to climb to the top. When you decide to climb, you start taking the first steps up, but you feel the load that hinders you from climbing. Taking a break, you open your backpack and see unnecessary clutter inside. You take it out and see that it is a load. Doubts, you throw it down. It seems easier to go on, but with every meter up, you feel the load again. You open the backpack, and there is anger, resentment, fears, harmful habits. Throwing everything out, you feel lightness. But walking further, you realize that you are alone, and down there you were not alone. There was noise, fun, friends, and many like you. But the understanding comes to you that all this weight that you threw out was holding you back and did not allow you to reach your goal. And now, light and free, you go up and reach the top, where the most beautiful view of the surrounding landscapes opens up before you. When you decide to climb, you start taking the first steps up, but you feel a load that hinders you from climbing. After a break, you open your backpack and see unnecessary junk, a load. You take it out and see that it's doubt, you throw it down. It seems easier to go on, but with each meter upwards, you feel the load again. You open the backpack and see anger, resentment, fears, bad habits. Having thrown everything out, you feel light. But going on, you realize that you are alone, and down there you were not like that. There was noise, fun, friends, and many like you. But the understanding comes to you that all this weight was not worth it, that there is something higher and more important. And so, after a while, you suddenly meet a person walking slightly higher, but in the same direction. He greets you with a smile and offers a helping hand. but you notice that you can't extend your hand. You open your backpack and take out pride, throw it down, and it shatters against the rocks. You extend your hand, you are no Lee.
Longer, alone, and this new companion tells you what else to throw away and what useful and necessary qualities to acquire for further ascent to the summit. In the end, you finally realize that the point is not to go in circles, in the monotony of mediocrity, but in movement, development, and knowledge.